Stay with me. First, there was this.
Guys, maybe imagine. Okay. So let's just forget about this stuff.
Then there was this.
You apologize, but that's not fucking there. Why are you trying to say? Don't piss me off. Don't fucking piss me off. What's your own? Don't piss me off.
And then there was this. Then there was this.
But the best for you as a poem, I will punch you seriously. The people that will call me for that room say, Rooboy, stop! I'm not going to stop, I will continue. I will damage your back of your body. You say, this show, you don't go forget that I saw my life.
So my question will now be, what will it be? Will it be a warning? Will it be 2 strikes? Or will it be disqualification based on what happened in Big Brother's house?
No, Zita, don't go. It's just painful that's coming from me. That's the only thing. I'm just pained, disappointed, embarrassed that nobody really advised me. I put you in the position of my sister, and my sister John, I know if you kill her, but he hurt me so bad, like deep down. He really took me from 100 to 0.
It's really deep. I want to also say this. Let's get ready to see the housemates cry very soon. And this is because of one housemate. His name is Koyin, and I'll be telling you why at the later part of this video. First, let's quickly talk about the tensions in Big Brother's house and how, of all people, Rooboy and Zita got into one of the craziest altercations this season. Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Lucy's Quick One, talking the Big Brother Naija Show season 10, 10 over 10, no zero, no minus, 10 over love, 10 over drama, 10 over gbas and everything in between. The tensions in Big Brother's house is so high, and it's so funny to see that the show is about to come to an end, and a lot of things are very unpredictable in Big Brother's house. But let me give you a chronological order as to how things got to where they are in Big Brother's house. First, I would like to talk about the housemates against this guy, Faith. I mean, this guy has gone through a lot in Big Brother's house. So the first thing is, Faith had decided not to speak to any of the housemates anymore. That's because they came at him because he was trying to talk to them about the wager, and then he was trying to talk to them about singing. And in fact, the whole altercation just came to the point where the housemates were not cool with Faith, and to the extent that because he had written some things that when it comes to the wager presentation, he tore off the paper and he said, you know what, you guys cannot do anything without me. And the housemates were like, see, we're going to survive without you. Now later on, the housemates were asked to prepare for a task for Smirnoff. Mensah goes to talk to Faith because he notices that Faith is not speaking to anybody. So he went to meet Faith to say, I thought you meant you weren't going to say anything when it comes to the wager, not that you're not going to talk to anybody. So Mensah was trying to encourage Faith not to behave that way, to speak to the housemates, but Faith kept on giving sign language, and I was just laughing, right? Now, while those housemates were preparing for their task, Emisi was called by Kola to the kitchen, and he was trying to talk to Emisi about the phone. Now the phone actually did ring, and I'll talk about it towards the end of this video. The phone actually did ring where Koyin actually picks the call, and that actually kept Kola in a very, very unpleasant mood. He was trying to understand what exactly they would have told Koyin, whether it is that he's going to evict somebody or something like that. So he was actually relaying his fears to Emisi, and then Emisi was like, don't worry about it, anything that's going to happen is going to happen. So at that point in time, Kola was like, oh, when it comes to Emisi shouldn't be afraid because Emisi is strong in the house. And then Emisi was like, see, Kola, you said this thing the first time, the second time, the third time. I don't like the fact that you're always saying the things like, I am strong, or I should not be afraid about going home or anything. I think it's kind of like incriminating. But Kola didn't listen. While he was still talking to Mide and Emisi, he still made reference to that point again. And at that point in time, Emisi had to flare up at him and said, I have warned you a million times to stop saying things like that. Stop saying things like, oh, Emisi, you're strong, because it could actually incriminate me, and I do not want any problems for my life. And then Kola was very agitated. He was like, you know what, I am done with this conversation. I don't want to have anything to do with you anymore. And then he leaves, and then their fight starts. Dede tries to get Emisi to talk to Kola later on, and then, Kola was still saying, oh, you were shouting at me, I've told you not to shout at me again, and things like that. And then Emisi was like, I have told you to stop saying things like, you are very strong in the house. Look at Thelma Lawson. Thelma Lawson was said to be strong, and then she left. Stop saying things that could put me in trouble. Stop saying it. And the Kola was not listening. At that point, I was really angry, because you know that Kola is the kind of person that kind of instigates things. whether or not he has fears, he will try to put it on other people to get their opinion from the whole situation, and then he would like to put it in their mouth so that they also will have something to say about the situation. Maybe they try to douse the whole situation. Missy try to douse the situation, but saying that this person is strong or this other person is strong is quite incriminating, especially when people would say don't campaign for votes in the house. Now we'll move away from that, and then they go into their task presentation, right? When they were at the games ground and they were playing their games, they were divided into 3 groups, and at some point Emisi was in one group, Kola was in another group, and then Zita was in the 3rd group. I needed to understand this game because that was where the whole problem between Zita and Rooboy came from. So while the game started, the first game started, and then the group of Emisi actually had the highest points, followed by the group of Kola and then Zita. Now when we came to the second part of the game, when it comes to this particular task for Smirnoff, right, they still had games again, and at this point in time, when it was the turn of Kola's group to play, right, Emisi was heard to be saying things like, oh, you guys calm down and everything. So Isabella was angry at Emisi, Nide was also angry at Emisi, as well as Rooboy. They were telling Emisi that she was interfering in their game, like putting her mouth in their game, and that when they were playing their own game, that was Jason J, Koyin, Didi, and Emisi. When they were playing their own game, nobody said anything. So why would Emisi interfere in their own game and say something while they were playing their own game? So that whole tension had already started, right? And then Emisi was like, okay, she won't say anything again. Now going forward to the next game, right? They were playing the game again, and this time Rooboy interfered in Zita's group, right? And that was when Cable War was playing. Rooboy interfered, and that actually pissed Zita off. At the end of the day, it was Mrs. group that actually won the Smirnoff task, and then they go into the house. And at that point in time, Zita was trying to clear Rooboy, saying that I did not like what you did about interfering in our group while we're playing our game. I felt like you were trying to sabotage us and things like that. So Rooboy was trying to tell her that, oh, I'd actually apologized about the whole situation. I knew that what I did was intentional and everything, but I had already apologized. You can ask Sultana. But Zita kept on saying the fact that, oh, you had apologized, but I have not heard any apology. You have not apologized to me. One thing led to another, and that was how, the whole F you, I don't care about you, it was very stupid started. And then Zita was like, don't piss me off, don't piss me off, don't piss me off. That was how the noodles poured on Rooboy's face.
Don't fucking piss me off. What's your own? Don't piss me off.
At that point in time, Kola was the one trying to douse the situation. I don't know whether I was trying to douse the situation or not, but Kola was there, Isabella was there, Mensan was also there, and they were like, how did we get here? How did we get to the part where you are pouring food on somebody? How did we get to the part where Rooboy had to retaliate because of what you did? Now, a lot of people have been arguing about this particular situation, saying, oh, Rooboy should have never hit a woman. But people are also saying that Rooboy didn't act because he wanted to act. Rooboy acted out of reflex. Like somebody poured something on him that has pepper, and he had to retaliate, whether you're a guy or a girl. Now, all these arguments for me got me to this particular point where I'm like, what exactly will Big Brother do? This is not the first time that Zita would act in this kind of manner, out of anger, right? I do not know what Big Brother is going to do. But looking at the fact that there was an apology afterwards, which I'm getting to, right? I do not know what Big Brother is going to do, because at that point in time, I was like, will Big Brother issue a strike to Zita? Because if she didn't do that, there's no way that Rooboy will actually hit her in return. And at the end of the day, I think that the moment he realized what he did, he immediately tried to leave that situation so that he does not hit her more. Because he was like, are you crazy? Are you mad? What's wrong with you? All these kind of things. And then Zita had to stand her ground, and later on she had to pack all the food that she actually poured on Rooboy. Because I was like, if you were angry, why would you pour food? What if the food was hot, blazing hot from the fire, and it was pepper, or it was peppered, and you poured it on his eye or something, and you burnt his skin, for crying out loud? And people need to control your emotions. Anger management is a very serious thing. Very, very serious. So Rooboy had to retaliate, and then he had to leave that space and everything. And then, they had to prepare for their pool party. At the pool party, everybody was dancing. Everybody was cool. And I was like, look at the people that just finished fighting right now. But in my mind, I was like, there is no way these guys are partying and their minds are at peace, because they know that Big Brother is going to say something very, very soon. It was the semi-final Thursday pool party, so these guys tried to have the best fun as much as they could. Now, after the pool party, they were done, and then Rooboy, because he's the house snail, was washing the dishes, cleaning the kitchen and everything. That was when Zita came to tender her apology for pouring food on Rooboy, who Rooboy was obviously pained. I remember there was a time where Zita and Kola were having a conversation about Rooboy and talking about the fact that this guy has a very complex exterior, but very soft interior. He's very soft inside. He's an emotional person. So I could understand where he was talking about the fact that he was very disappointed that Zita did what she did. And coming to come and apologize now does not erase what she had already done. She had already embarrassed him. She had already made him feel bad. She had already, looked down on their friendship, and so he doesn't really want to talk much about it. Like, the apology might come, but the deed has already been done. And also the time that Rooboy was speaking, Zita was just there quiet and everything. I even thought at some point she was going to cry, but Gen Z body, she ain't going to cry nothing. So after that apology, he just relayed his mind and said, you know what, it's a few days to the end of the show. Let's just be cool with ourselves. I really don't want to have anything to do with you anymore because, I thought we were cool. Like, there is no way how things escalated to the way they did is beyond my understanding. But, just keep your cool and I'll keep my cool. Like I said before, I wonder what it is Big Brother will do. Some people are even saying that Big Brother might even turn a blind eye when it comes to the situation, because right now, even though that there was a pouring of food situation and a retaliation situation, there has been an apology situation. So we don't know whether Big Brother is going to say anything about what happened, whether it's going to issue a warning, whether it's going to issue a strike, whether it's even going to disqualify Zita. I do not know. But one thing I know is if Big Brother is going to react or say something about the situation or give anybody any punishments, that of Zita should be higher than that of Rooboy, because if she didn't do what she did, there will be no retaliation. It doesn't actually, how will I say, it doesn't condone or support the fact that there was hitting of a woman. However, in the case of two fighting, she started the situation first, right? And it was good that Rooboy, at the end of the day, came back to his senses and walked out of that situation, because it would have been very deadly.
He's like, nah, I did not do that. What is all thinking?
Now, moving over to the part where I said that these housemates are going to cry very soon. During the day, right, these housemates were just chilling and everything. The phone rings, and Koyin was the fastest to go get the phone. So by the time he picks the call, a lady was speaking to Koyin saying, I have an offer for you.
Thank you for answering the red telephone.
Apparently, the offer is that the housemates will get the opportunity to talk to their loved ones or get messages from their loved ones for a particular amount of money, which is about 4 million naira. So this lady was asking Koyin, saying, do you accept this? Would you allow or would you agree that the housemates should get, messages from their loved ones or not, for the token of 4 million naira? So after Koyin had thought about it and was like, 4 million naira from the prize money, it was like, okay, you know what, let us get messages from our loved ones. And so 4 million naira will be deducted from the cash prize at the end of the season when it comes to this season 10. And then this house will be getting messages from their loved ones. It's one of the things I always look forward to when it comes to the Big Brother Naija season. Like every season, I love to see the loved ones, sending their goodwill messages to the housemates who have been away from them for a very long time. It always gets people teary, gets people emotional, and helps people remember the reason they actually joined the game in the first place. I would love to see the reaction of Mensan, who can cry for Africa, the king of Africa. I would love to see his reaction. I would love to see Dede. I would love to see that of Mide. I would love to see that of Rooboy. I would love to see that of, let me see, maybe Sultana. Isabella too. I would like to see their reaction from their loved ones. So that's when I say that, the housemates will be crying very soon in Big Brother's house. But come to think of it, guys, with the way Big Brother has been deducting money from the final cash prize when it comes to season 10, do you think that these guys will go home with at least maybe 30 million naira at the end of the day? Because Big Brother is going to still deduct money. After Sunday, we're going to see more money deduction. We're going to see a lot of deductions. At the end of the day, I don't know how much these houses will be going home. Let me know what you think in the comment section. How much do you think the houses will be going home with going forward? Because every little thing, Big Brother always deducts something from the entire cash money. Guys, that's it when it comes to the entire situation with Zita and Rooboy, as well as Koyin's agreements with Big Brother when it comes to getting messages from loved ones. And I'd like to know what you think about this in the comment section. Till next time, I got you more right here on this channel. Remember to enjoy every moment.